Hi everyone, welcome to my page. I'm Debbie with Create Pretty Things. Tonight we're going to do a quick little DIY kit. Now these kits contain everything you need to create a project. And this one is our Cactus Kit and it is on sale, 50% off. The last 2 days, it ends at midnight tomorrow night. So just through December 31st, Christmas Eve at midnight Mountain Standard Time. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So our kit comes with everything you need. Here's our transfers. These are to complete a cute little cactus. Now, as everyone knows, I am an Arizona girl, and so I love cactus, all different kinds. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my package with my transfer, and I'm going to take it out. And these are reusable, sticky silkscreen transfers. One side is yellow, the other side has your transfer. I'm going to keep my cellophane bag because that is how I store it. Now we also come with these little pieces that are wood, and they will stand with these stands. I'll show you what they look like in just a second. We are going to create 2 little cactuses. Now, I do keep all my little cardboard that comes with my kits because you never know, and that could be a surface for your next project. So here's a saguaro cactus here, and we're going to add it to our stand when we're finished. And it's 2-sided, and it is painted white, and it's smooth. We also have one of these beautiful prickly pear cactuses as well. So if you don't know your cactuses very well, that's okay. We'll get you through it. Now this kit comes with the transfers, the surfaces, and of course it comes with some paste for you to use. 4 different colors actually. So we've got camel, which is a brown, guava, which is kind of a coral looking color, pesto, which is a darker green, and a sage, which is a lighter green. As you jump on, please say hello, let me know where you're watching from, hit the heart button, and we'll get started. If you do not see the live button at the top right corner, left corner of your screen, that means that you're watching the replay. Please type in #replay in the comments so I know that you watched. Thank you so much. Now, also in our supply kit come these 4 little color trays and a squeegee. So everything, including the squeegee, is included. The color trays are used to squirt your individual little portions of paste out into and then to use them. I'm not going to use those tonight. I'm also not going to use my paste packets because I have the full jars, and so I'm going to use them instead. If you were to use these individual paste packets, the first thing you would do would be to squeeze and massage them. Make sure they're moving well and they're not dry. Then you would cut off, you kind of move up the paste to the top, cut off a little corner of your packet from the bottom, squeeze it in a little bit because these contain more than enough for one project. So you're going to go ahead and squeeze a little bit into your color tray and use it like that. Now, if you have extra, of course, if you squeeze it out, you won't be able to put it back in. But if you have extra, you can go ahead and fold up the open edge, the cut edge, and tape it shut and save it for your next project. But like I said, I'm not going to use the paste packets tonight. I am going to use my full jars. So like here's my pesto. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cut this apart, this transfer apart. One says pretty, well, how do I want to do this? This one doesn't have the score lines on it for cutting. Most of them do. I'm just going to go ahead and cut so that I know the individual pieces will work. This piece here is decoration for the stand, as well as this piece here. And it says Plant Mom. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my cactus. I'm going to cut out, there's some flowers here that we can add. And I'm not sure, I'm just kind of surprised they don't have cut lines on this. But I assume that you can either use them as one piece or you can use them, cut them apart and use them as you see fit. I am going to cut these apart. I think that all my pieces are going to fit perfectly on an area. So I think it'll work well like this. One more flower to cut off, and maybe that flower, but we'll see. Okay, so let's get started. This process is so simple, guys. It's easy. Everyone can do this. You have a shape. You have a transfer. Let's act like this transfer is a sticker. This one has mesh silkscreen in the middle, which means it allows the paste to go through the silkscreen and onto your surface below. Since this transfer is sticky, it is going to stay in place on your surface. Also, it's going to prevent the paste from leaking where it's not supposed to go and kind of capture it in that silkscreen area. I'm going to peel it off my protective backer and keep this because we're going to store our transfer back on this after we clean it. Now see how sticky they are? It's sticky for a reason. We're going to go ahead and fuzz it just to reduce the stickiness a little bit. And by fuzzing it, I mean to use a towel or some piece of cloth to adhere it to and lift it a couple times just so that it reduces your stickiness. Okay, let's go ahead and place our transfer. Now look, this is how I have it right now. My silk screen is way down here, so I have it backwards. So make sure it's going to fit for you. Smooth it on so that you don't have any air bubbles underneath that silk screen. That's what prevents the paste from spreading or leaking or bleeding, and it keeps it captured in the silk screen. So this is what it looks like. Now, you can choose whatever colors you like. Living in Arizona, I know that my saguaro cactus is a darker green. So I'm going to use my pesto. I have a squeegee. It has a little beveled edge. I'm just going to get a little bit of paste on my squeegee. I'm going to use the beveled edge to smooth it over my silk screen. As you hop on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to have people to talk to. Conversations are always good. Let me know if you've ever seen a saguaro cactus before. Do you live in the desert or do you live in the wooded country, the forest, or somewhere else? Okay, so I've got my paste spread over, and I'm just going to go ahead and remove a little bit of the paste just to kind of even it out. And also, if you remove the excess, it allows that paste to dry a little quicker when we remove this. Okay, watch this. I've got my surface here. I'm just going to slowly peel off my transfer. And the detail on this is amazing, guys. I'm looking to see if I missed any spots. And it looks amazing. Look at that. I'm going to set it aside to dry. And I'm going to go ahead and get this little dish drawing mat here. It's absorbent. And I'm going to spray it with water. I always like to spray my transfers with water when I first use them after I'm done, because it helps the cleaning process. It makes it so much easier to clean. So I'm taking off the first layer of paste, and then I have a board eraser. This is called a board eraser. It's just a little white sponge. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. I have it soaking in water just to kind of make it wet, make it easier to clean. And I'm just going to rub it right over my transfer. I am going to remove all that paste from the silk screen, okay? I'm going to rinse out my sponge. I'm going to flip this over and do the other side. You do want to make sure that you clean both sides. These transfers are reusable, guys. You can use them between 8 and 12 times. The key to reuse is to clean them and store them properly. Now on the sticky side of my transfer, I'm not rubbing very hard. I want that adhesive to last many, many, many times. And what I'm going to do next is just go ahead, dry it, both sides. And as you dry it with a paper towel, you can see that it's still picking up some of that colored water. So it's going to be nice and clean. I'm going to get my clean transfer. The sticky is going to come back. And I'm going to apply it back to the transfer backer on the white side of the paper. This is good to go. It's clean. You don't see any paste in it. It's ready for reuse. Let's go ahead and do our prickly pear. So here's my surface. Here's my transfer. It has this little flower at the top. I might as well cut that off. And we'll use that later. So who can tell me what the first thing we do? We remove the transfer from the backer. We keep the backer. And then what do? This is a key step. We're going to fuzz our transfer. We just don't want it to be so sticky that it will stretch when it pulls up. It's also very, very important to fuzz when you are applying to something that's been freshly painted, which this one has not, but it's okay. I'm going to smooth it down for air bubbles. Now, I noticed that when I cut this, I cut it very close to the silk screen. So if I were just to go willy-nilly over this, I'm going to get paste where I don't want it here. So I'm going to have to be very careful there. I'm going to use our sage, which is a light green. I might as well start at the area that I need to focus on the most. And just smooth it over the transfer. It glides really easy, guys. It's like butter. It's just like butter. Make sure you have all those white areas covered. I'm going to take whatever's left on my squeegee, the excess, put it back into my paste jar. I'm going to go over it to remove any excess, put that back in my paste jar, and we are ready to peel. Are you ready? I'm going to peel it down. Look how pretty, guys. Isn't that nice? Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Clean my transfer really quickly. Now, sometimes there's not a lot of paste on this. It's easy to clean. This color, sage, is very easy to clean. The green was easy to clean. But if you were doing a red or a black, a dark blue, something that was highly pigmented, you'd want to work on it a little bit more to clean it. But this is really easy. This one's really, really easy. Okay. Put it back on the white side of my transfer. Backer. That one's clean, ready for reuse. Okay. If you guys would like to be notified when I go live every time, please type in !notify in the comments, and you'll be notified when I go live. Also, if you're interested in getting this product, which is just one kit that includes everything, type in the word cactus, C-A-C-T-U-S, into the comments and check your messenger. It'll have a link with a pre-built cart there, and you can look at it and see if it's something you're interested in. It doesn't obligate you to buy anything just by clicking on it, so don't be afraid to take a look at it. Okay, let's go ahead and do a base. We have Looking Sharp. Let's do that in the camel. Just a little bit of paste. Smooth it on there. Peel and reveal. Ta-da! Now, all of these that I'm doing are going to be two-sided. So I'm kind of working on one side at a time, and I am going to dry everything and then flip it over for the second side. This one says Plant Mom, and I am going to use the color Guava for this one. You can use whatever color you want. Whatever color you want. No rights and wrongs here. It's your design. Lip balm. Okay, so I'm going to clean these 2 transfers real quick. You guys, I've got a lot of action going on out. Not a lot of action, but there's cars driving up. There's a UPS delivery. All kinds of stuff. Kind of fun to watch neighbors. How was your Christmas? Are you guys getting ready for New Year's Eve? Are you going to do anything exciting? Are you going to cook anything for something extraordinary for the New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? I know a lot of people have traditions where they cook, I think it's black-eyed peas for New Year's that are supposed to bring luck. Other people have traditions where they cook maybe a prime rib or something fancy. I'm so lucky because my husband cooks for me. So we'll be having lobster probably tomorrow night and steak on New Year's Day, or maybe both, I don't know. Maybe we'll do both and then have leftovers the next day. Might make it easier. But I hope that you guys are having a fun celebration and getting together with those you love. This is called our quick dry tool. It's kind of like a blow dryer. It blows air that's not really hot, but its purpose is to dry our transfer without harming our paint or our transfers, to dry our surface, not our transfers. This stuff does dry really quickly, and once it's dry, it's smudge-proof and budge-proof. And I just smudged it just a little bit at the bottom, but that's okay. I'll just dry it again. Okay, so what do we have left? We have Pretty Fly for a cacti here. Let's go ahead and add that to this one. We'll do it in the guava. You guys, I didn't tell you, but this kit is on sale for 50% off just through New Year's Eve, and there are so many things. They're having a great clearance on a lot of our products. Most of it's 70% off. This one is a kit, and it's 50% off. But take a look at everything in that section. Everything on the specials tab. If you type in the word cactus, you'll receive a link to a cart link, and it'll take you to the page where my products are being offered, and you can look at everything there. Although the link will take you to the cart, you can look at anything there. The specials tab has all the 50 and 70% off items that they are clearing out, and that means that we'll be getting new products in soon. Although we just had like a mini launch for winter, we will be having another one in January. So they have to make room for those new products. So what they're doing is they're having this little clearance sale, which is a great savings, guys. Check out that tab. It's amazing. It's an amazing sale. This one, I might want that flower. Let me see. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and flip over our saguaro cactus, and we're going to do the other side. And I am just going to peel it off, fuzz it, apply it. Oops. Do want to kind of center it a little bit so that it has a border all the way around it. And this is a different pattern. What do I do with my green? A different pattern from the other. I'm going to use my dark green again. Just smooth on this paste. Spread it around. Where you have extra, take it and move it to some place where you don't have any. Share the love, guys. Share it. We don't like to waste anything here with our paste. Once again, I'm kind of close. I cut this a little bit close, and I don't want to get that arm on the part that's the border, so I'm going a little more carefully. Now I've got it all smoothed out, and I am going to pull it. And look how I kind of left some lines in that cactus up at the top. It's not quite smooth. I could leave it like that, but I think I'll spread it out. Our cactus here in Arizona are not perfect. Unfortunately, a lot of them get damaged. Some repair themselves. Okay, that's that. That's that. These were used. My sponge. Now, usually your board erasers are thicker than this. This one is well used, and it's a little thin. It's about time to replace it, but it will work for now. I'm just rinsing it out as I go and wipe the front and the back. So front to the back, clean it off. Then you could reuse it. So I'm going to go ahead and dry it with a paper towel real quick. Both sides. Put it back on its backer. And it's ready to go. No paste, it's clean. It will dry. So this is what we have for one of them. This is the side I love the best. Here's the other side. We're going to let that dry and we'll add something else. Let's do the back side of our prickly pear. This is what we have so far. It's dry. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to cut off this attached piece here that I don't need. I'm going to fuzz this transfer on my shirt just to reduce the stickiness a little bit. Add it to my surface. Center it and smooth it down. And we're going to use our sage paste, sage paste, okay? So we're just going to add a little bit. I've got way too much on here. But we can always put it back into our jar and use the rest. So I'm just really just applying the paste, smoothing it on, scraping off any excess. And we'll see what we have. Okay, you guys ready to see? Here we go. Reveal time. I love it. And that little point up here is just begging for a flower. It's begging for a flower. Okay, let's dry it real quick. We'll add some flowers and we'll be done. So what are you guys doing tomorrow? It's New Year's Eve. Are you going to sleep in tomorrow? Are you going to get ready for parties? Are you hosting and cooking and cleaning and doing all that fun stuff? I think I'll sleep in and just take it easy. How about Christmas decorations? You guys taking those down yet? We've kind of started. Our decorations are off the tree, but we still have the tree up. Let's put a little flower on this point here. This is what it looks like. Maybe I'll put it on this cactus pad. I use the oops, and I just touched it when it was wet. And if you get some that are outside the lines, like I just did, you can just touch it up. So I did touch the middle of it where it's wet, and I can touch that up in a minute, or I can leave it. But I think it looks really cute, except I did get some paste on the back. These are pretty easy to clean up, guys. Either wait till they're dry and you can scrape it off, or you can wet a paper towel. Let's do a big cactus flower on the top of this one. Coral again, or guava, because it stands up against the green. That didn't show up too much. So did we do both sides of this? Yes, we did. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. This cactus is a little wet in the middle still, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy we could do these kits. They come with everything you need, and they stand in the stands. And they're quick and easy, and they're fun, guys. They're fun. Your children would love them. You can get together with friends, your sister, your brother, aunts, uncles, and do these. I think they're adorable, but I like cactus. Do you? Okay, guys, I had a lot of fun doing these with you tonight. Remember, the sale ends tomorrow night at midnight, Mountain Standard Time. There's some items that are 50% off and some are 70%. Awesome deals, guys. Go get them. I'll be back on tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.